Okay, so this is a continuation of my series that I'm calling Black Sheep. And in this series, we have got everyone who is wearing a white hat today, wondering if they are still known as a sheeple people. And as I said in the past, it's basically a term. The sheeple are people who are pretty much led around by outside authorities. And they don't really know anything for themselves. The only thing that they know is, things that they've heard other people tell them. And then they try and figure out if the people have told them a truth, a falsehood, or a mixture of the in between. Okay. So this is another different sheeple people. These two hats that I'm wearing pretty much look the same, but they're different hats. And they're white hats, so they're two sheeple people, and they're wearing white hats backwards. What does it mean? Well, these are two different hats. Those are two different sheeple people? Or is this one sheeple people that's got two hats that look the same, both worn backwards? This is where the confusion arises, because it looks like there's one person here. Well, call me an actor, but I'm saying that we're two different people because I'm playing two different characters, but really there's only one body here that's playing two different characters. There are two different hats. I put two different hats on. So we have one thing going on or two things going on because there's two characters, but only one body playing two parts. Well, anybody who's seen a play where, it's one actor playing multiple parts, and, it happens. Sometimes in the movies, if the part is calling for, or if the play is calling for two twins, the actor will play the two twins. So it's not really unusual in theater to have these kind of things go on, and most audiences are okay with it. So, all right, here is a third hat, and I'm going to say this is a third hat. It's white, and is it a sheeple people? Well, I always say that white hats are sheeple people. So this is a different character. So this is the third character wearing a white hat, symbolizing someone who is a white sheep or a sheeple. This is the first hat that I was wearing, and you'll notice that there's actually the clip is black, and if I show you at the bottom of it is actually black. So what can we say about this hat? Is this a sheeple people, a white hat, but with a black understory? In other words, a black sheep in disguise? I wore this in another video. This is not a white hat. This is straw, and some of it's dyed pink. What's that got to do with I'm using two different colors, two different shades, white and black. Black sheep is black. White sheep, a sheeple people, is white. So how did this get thrown in the mix? It just did. This is a black sheep of the family, eccentric person, and they've got some white. Looks like somebody did a wild signature here. So does that mean this is a black sheep who no words come? Now I've used this hat before. This is a dazzling hat of black and white. So is this a black sheep bred with a white sheep, and all the sheets turned black and white? black hat says Dakota on it. Is it from North or South Dakota? This is a white hat, but if you look at it closely, it's got a pink tinge to it because it's a ladies' golf hat. Callaway. Is this a sheeple people? Or is this a female sheeple people hat? This is one that says Germany on it. It's a black hat, so it's a black sheep of the family kind of person who's German. This is a white hat, which is a sheeple people, and it's an electric company. Can sheeple people work for the electrical company? I mean, those electricians are definitely very intelligent. Can you be definitely very intelligent, good at engineering and transformers, power generation? Can you be really good at all these kind of science and engineerings and still be a sheeple person? Okay, this is a black cat, so it's a black sheep of the family. It's got a logo up there that says Isher Wavy. A little bit of white. Does that mean that there's a tinge of white? A tinge of a sheeple person in this? Or is it just because if you're going to put lettering on a black hat, you have to have a bit of contrast? I have other hats, but the whole point of this hat trick, perhaps you're getting bored with it. Hang with me. The whole point of this long series of black sheep versus white sheep is, if you look at sheep, we're told that black sheep are rather rare. If you've got some black dye, you could always dye a sheep black. No, I don't have a hat on at all. Am I a sheeple person or just going incognito? The answer is okay. Um, So somebody wants to know, why do I do this? Why do I play with my hats? And then why do I stop talking and look at you for a long period of time? Sometimes I do very long periods of time where I'm not talking and I'm just looking at the camera or I'm looking off camera. And somebody wants to know why. And one of the questions is, are you thinking? This is a famous statue known as the Thinker. So is this person thinking, or are they like taking a thorn out of their foot? Or are they, it still looks like they're examining their foot. Maybe they're giving themselves a foot massage, but are they having thoughts in their head? The answer for me is there's no thoughts in my head when I was doing that and not talking. No thoughts. So what does that mean? If you have no thoughts, that is a thoughtless mind. Does it mean that I'm uncaring if I have no thoughts? Thoughtless? Then people say, you're thoughtless, No, it means that there's no thoughts. It is quiet mind. What is the significance of quiet mind? Quiet mind is a state of consciousness, and it has a very high, you could say a high vibration. Some people call vibrations. A high vibration is very conscious. And what's the point of me going into a high consciousness state of mind? The answer is it is a well-worn path of spiritual masters to have silent mind. Please subscribe and share, and I'll have more for you soon.